Welcome to DATV Action News on February 2nd, 2013, Groundhog's Day. My name's Phil McCracken, and in the news, a convicted murderer from Indiana who was mistakenly released from Cook County Department of Corrections after a Chicago appearance was back in custody Saturday after authorities tracked him down at a house in southern Illinois about 60 miles away. The Cook County Sheriff's Department said that Stephen Robbins was rearrested late Friday night without incident in Kankakee, Illinois. The reason Robbins was able to escape in the first place was because the Illinois officials lost the paperwork directing them to return him to Indiana. This is just one of many things lost from the state of Illinois, which include the integrity of politicians, a police department that can handle crime, and sports dynasties which include the Bulls, the Bears, the White Sox, and the Cubs. And in other news, Cook County prosecutors announced charges today in connection with a sex trafficking ring in suburban Schiller Park that preyed on the poor or homeless women who were forced into prostitution through drug addiction and violence. Williams on the left, who goes by the street name of Shampoo, recruited the vulnerable women to live with him and control them with threats, intimidation, and brutality. The other two offenders are known by their street names, Gigolo and Princess. A government lawyer is attempting to dismiss almost $700 in traffic tickets given to U.S. postal employees in Cleveland, claiming it's immune from state and local regulations. The Postal Service attorney says the infractions, which include speeding and red light citations, should be ignored. She also cites the other things that should be ignored from the government organization is delivering the mail, working before 10 a.m. and after 2 p.m., and if anybody goes crazy and goes on a shooting spree. And in other news, President Obama is for the first time proposing sweeping new standards to make sure foods sold in schools are more healthful. Under the new rules of the Department of Agriculture proposed Friday, foods like fatty chips, snacks, cakes, nachos, mozzarella sticks would be taken out of lunch lines and vending machines, and in their place would be foods like baked chips, trail mix, diet sodas, lower-calorie sports drinks, and low-fat hamburgers. The other things they plan to shove down their pie holes when they get older are Obamacare, higher taxes, and lower refunds. And in other news, a waitress who posted a receipt with a note from a pastor complaining about the automatic gratuity added to her bill has reportedly been fired from her job at Applebee's. Bell, a pastor at a church, scratched out the automatic 18% tip for parties of more than 8 and wrote 0 where the additional tip would be indicated. I give God 10%. Why do you get 18? Well, DATV interviewed the fire waitress today and asked her if she would just simply answer the question. She responded, I get 8% because my boobs are big. Well, in other news, in Super Bowl news today, we have our on-air head reporter in New Orleans today covering the Super Bowl. Welcome to the show, Monique. How are you?
Hey, Kevin, how are you? I'm doing just great. I'm down here and I'm letting the boom tune roll away.
Oh, wonderful. Tell us about what you're doing.
Yeah, because it's Mardi Gras here.
Well, yes, it is. Yes, it is. But there's also a very big game happening tomorrow, Monique, which you're supposed to be covering. What's going on with that?
With all those men, and yeah, they're going to play in the bowl, the game there.
The Superdome, yes, Monique.
Oh, right. They're going to play the Superdome game.
Okay. Well, it's called the Super Bowl, and it's at the Super Bowl, but the Superdome. But have you did any reporting at all on this matter at all since you've been there, Monique?
No. Well, no. But I did go see a parade.
What was the parade? Was the parade a Super Bowl parade at least, Monique?
Oh, I'm not really sure. I had a few too many drinks.
Wonderful. Well, as always, Monique, we enjoy your reports here at DATV, and we look forward to having them in the near future. Thanks for being on the show once again, Monique Cumbucket.
Oh, Kevin, no problem, and I can't wait to see you back in the studio. I've got some beads.
By the way, Monique, my name is not Kevin, it's Phil, so if you could try and get that down in your dense little head, I'd appreciate it.
Oh, okay, Mark. See ya.
Okay, Monique. And in final news today, police in southern Arizona say a woman has been cited for allowing her 10-year-old daughter to drive her car, which crashed into a convenience store. Police say a 31-year-old mother was cited for allowing an unauthorized minor to drive. They go on further to say that the girl had driven less than a mile Thursday when she got to the Circle K store and mistakenly hit the gas instead of the brake, which caused the driver to crash into the store. In an interview today with DATV, the mother made a statement today that she was just very upset with her daughter and is planning on suing her for the injuries and for the money spent on the 10-year-old's driving lessons. And that's the news tonight. Thank you, everyone, for being here at DATV Action News on February 2nd, 2013. My name's Phil McCracken. We'll see y'all again next week.